Hello, I am going to talk about aim-friendly heroes and I will leave all the timestamps in the description so you can switch to whatever category hero you want to watch. So yeah, let's actually start with my first pick, and that is Paige. Paige is the most easiest hero to aim. The main reason is her bullets actually pierce through enemies, so that's a very big advantage. And on top of that, the bullet size are actually very huge. Like if you look at it, you can still hit the target. And again, they might look very small. Okay, that's a very bad angle. Actually, I'm really sorry. But again, the bullet look very small, right?
They were right here.
But they are actually very, very huge. So buying split shot for Paige is actually a very strong thing. You can proc damage very, very quickly. That's a huge advantage for Paige. And not only that, all the entire kit is very friendly. Now, I think you don't know, but I'm actually playing with a controller. So for me, I love supports because that's the only thing that makes it possible for me to play the game. Every other hero like pistol, revolver type of heroes, or even shotgun heroes like Shiv or Yamato, which have a unique alt fire, those type of heroes are something that I cannot play properly. So for me, support heroes is something that I absolutely love. Similarly also, I loved medic in TF2. So yeah, I love supporting type of characters, and Paige is actually very easy to build a support build. Now, unlike other characters, which requires you to balance a lot, if you buy split shot and opening rounds, just these two items alone will make your bullet proccing or your bullet damage very, very good. So you don't have to worry about just bullet all the time. You can just buy those two items and you're actually good to go. You can focus on health and spirit. So it's actually very, very good in terms of versatility. And all her abilities are very chill. Like when I am going to talk about all the different heroes later down the video, you can see how exhausting some of the heroes are going to be. So when compared to all of those guys, Paige is actually very relaxing to play. So yeah, that's why I'm keeping her in first place, because not only is she very easy to aim, but also her entire kit is very friendly for beginners to pick up as well. So let's switch to second hero. So in the second place, I will keep Drifter. Now very similar to Paige, his his crossbow or I don't know what to call it, dude. I keep forgetting. God damn it. His crossbow is actually huge, right? But because of his weird pattern, like he shoots in one diagonal at one time and in the other diagonal in the another time. So because of that, you will not always hit your shots. Like here, you can see that, right? In initial fire, I'm not doing any damage. But if I keep on shooting, then I can actually hit him. So that's the biggest unfortunate part about Drifter. But again, just buy a split shot. But unlike every other hero, I would say except Paige, his split shot is one of the best. God damn it, that was a very bad time, sorry. Look at this, dude. Do you think you can skip this? Like you can escape this? It's not possible, right? So yeah, split shot for Drifter is actually pretty nice. But the biggest problem is his fall off range is ridiculously low. So you have to be close to enemies. And unfortunately, there are no long range or medium range heroes that are good for aim friendliness basically. So because of that, most of the heroes that I'm going to be talking about from now onwards are going to be short range heroes as well. So if you don't like short range characters, then I would say Paige, Ivy, McGinnis are very easy to master, but you still do need to aim except Paige. But yeah, so let's actually just get back to the video. I'm getting side loaded. So yeah, you don't need to do a lot of aiming, and his first ability is very easy to hit, right? Like that's one thing. The only problem is his second ability, which does require you to aim a little bit, but that's not important.
There's no hope.
It's very easy to aim, so it's not a problem. But most of the time when you're fighting enemies, they're not going to stay still, right? Like they will move.
No one miss you.
So it might look easier, but it's not easy. His third ability, which is a passive, which gives you amplified damage to isolated heroes, sounds very cool, but I would say max it out if you are very much like a hyper carry, or else do not do that, because his initial damage is already very pathetic, and because of his damage he cannot sustain a lot of health either. So what you have to do is you have to buy your first ability, which will allow you to buy melee lifesteal, which actually does work. So because of that, his lifesteal abilities are at least pretty good because of the first ability alone. Buy the first, sometimes use your second ability, and your ultimate is one of your most important abilities, of course. And the range is ridiculous, dude. I'm still blown away by how long this range is. And again, this is level 1. Damn. Getting back to the video, I would say his main thing is support. I know it is a bit weird to call Drifter, who is actually a stalker type of character, to be a support, but you can actually build a support character with Drifter. You can buy Heroic Aura, which boosts your movement speed and fire rate, which actually does help him a lot actually. So yeah, it's actually not bad. Okay, I have ADHD, I keep forgetting what I'm doing, I'm sorry. So yeah, Drifter is actually very easy to aim, and his abilities actually, except his his 2 and 3rd ability, it's pretty okay. So in the 3rd place, I would say Calico is very strong. The main reason why she is strong is, of course, her shotgun is actually very nice. So again, you can build split shot as well with her, so it's not a problem. But the biggest advantage of Calico is all her abilities have insanely low cooldown, like 10 seconds. So if you upgrade it, now it's 7 seconds. 7 seconds. Every 7 seconds you can spawn gloom bombs. Like, this is ridiculous, dude. So in the laning phase, you can be an absolute annoyance because you keep on doing chip damage, and she's very annoying to deal with. Now, one thing that you do have to keep in mind is that her leaping slash, which is her second ability, if you aim up and try to do it, you actually do not jump at all. What you have to do is you have to first jump and then you have to do this, or else you will not dash upwards. That's a weird bug. I don't know if it is a bug or it's an intentional thing, but yeah, if you want to dash up, then jump and then you can do that. So but apart from that, her entire cooldowns for all her abilities except Eva, which is 45 seconds actually, which is kind of annoying. But even her ultimate, dude, if you upgrade it to level 1, you get 65 minutes. Every 65 minutes you can spawn your ultimate. Ridiculous, dude. So yeah, she's very strong. Even in pro scene, yeah, people are actually using Calico because she's definitely strong. So similar to Calico, Abrams is also very strong. The only thing that you have to do, which is keeping in mind, is his hitbox is the largest in the Deadlock because he is absolutely huge and buff as fuck, dude. So it's very easy for your enemies to hit you, but at the same time you have your 3rd ability which will sustain you for a longer time. So the more damage you get dealt with, the more regeneration you have. So it's actually a very good ability. And on top of that, if you pair it up with Siphon Life, you can actually stay alive for a long time. So it's a very good lifesteal ability. But one thing that is very unique about Abrams is his gun. So unlike every other hero, if you shoot, right, and you have to reload, well, you cannot shoot again, right? Abrams actually is completely different. His actually shotgun, if you look at it, is actually a revolver that is modified into a shotgun. So right now I have 5 bullets, right? And if I reload, it went to 6, and then I can shoot. Like, this is the best part about Abrams, is his gun is very unique. So it's very nice actually. So yeah, all her abilities are very easy to aim except his shoulder charge, which does require you to basically go inside your enemy's base basically. So most of the pro players, what they do is they build warp stone. So if the enemy is over here, they go warp stone over there, and then they shoulder charge the enemy into the walker basically. So yeah, it's very hard to pull that off. Actually, it's not that easy. But Abrams is actually very strong. So in the 5th place, I would keep Mo and Krill. Now Mo and Krill, very similar to Abrams, their gun is pretty nice, and unlike every other shotgun heroes, they have a pretty good fire rate actually. So not only that, all of their abilities actually does not require any aim, dude. Like man, it's so annoying to deal with Mo and Krill, but also it's so much fun because again, I'm playing with the controller, right? So I don't even need to aim with my controller for using the abilities, except his ultimate, which I do need to be very close. That's the biggest unfortunate part about Mo and Krill, is that, yeah, you have to stay very close to use your ultimate. But apart from that, he's actually very fun and very strong as well. Especially his third ability, which disarms the enemies. So if, let's imagine, your enemies are coming to kill you, you can just disarm them and get the hell out. Again, you can just use your burrow to get out. Actually, I talked about burrow in my previous controller video, where I said you cannot unburrow if you're using a controller. You can. What you have to do is, while you're in burrow, you have to hold your left button and then hold Y, and then you will cancel it. So let me show you it again.
You ready, Maurice?
Right, so it does work, but actually what it says
Time.
is, it just says press Y to cancel. So it's weird, but I'm not going to be surprised because Deadlock is not even released, and they do not officially support Steam controllers either. So not Steam controllers, sorry, controllers either. So yeah, I don't think that should be an issue. So yeah, overall, I think Mo and Krill is very easy to aim, except his ultimate, which does require you to be very close. But again, very similar to Abrams. People just build warp stone, get close to your enemy, just use your ultimate or get out basically. So yeah, Mo and Krill is very strong. Even in higher elo, Mo and Krill is actually used very regularly. So keep that in mind if you want to actually care about meta.
Well, I knew a guy who owed the seventh moon a C note. Yamato murdered the shit out of him.
I love voice actor, Viper's voice actor, dude. She is so cool. So yeah, I actually did not want to keep Vyper in pocket, but I felt like everyone has their own playstyles, right? So that's why I'm covering them. The thing is, yes, for the playstyle they have, it's very easy to aim if you get it right. Her entire kit revolves around you using the slither, and it's actually not that easy to use it. Now what I found out is, instead of waiting till the last minute, you can just dash immediately and then crouch. So that also gives you slither as well. But the problem is, a slither is not easy, dude. So because of that, aiming is not that easy. Initially I thought her crosshair basically suggested that she can, like, her entire spread is going to be huge, but no, it's not that huge actually. But if you buy again split shot,
Someone's looking to make a statement.
it is ridiculous, right? Like, again, I'll show you. Oh, sorry. Look at this. Most probably your enemies, you will shoot your enemies. So that's not a huge issue. But the problem is doing this. Let me actually upgrade my slither a little bit. So it's not that impossible. So it's not that impossible, but it still is very tricky. So you have to master Vyper, and that takes time. And very similarly, Pocket also. Also, I forgot to tell you guys that her second ability is very strong actually. It is basically a toxic bullet. So if you max this ability, now initially what it does is, the more HP your enemy does not have, the more damage it does to. So if your enemy has full health, it actually does very little damage. But if they have like 25 or 10% health, then it will basically kill them. So it's a very strong ability, but you can actually use that same thing with your bullets if you max it out. Now it takes a long time to proc it, so it's not going to be very easy. So that's my only gripe. But again, because of this ability, you can basically buy split shot, ricochet, and opening round, like whatever you want to do, basically you can do that. So yeah, she's actually very strong if you use it right, but yeah, she's kind of hard to play off. Also, her ultimate is one of the most cursed ultimates, dude. I remember watching a Reddit clip where the enemies were actually about to kill the Shiv, who was like 1 HP. So immediately Mo and Krill use their super to kill Shiv. What Vyper does is, she just does petrifying bola to Shiv, and that just immediately negates all the damage that Mo and Krill did. So he immediately starts regenerating health, and the Shiv literally kills the entire team because of her mistake. So petrifying bola is actually a curse or a benefit. Let's imagine the opposite scenario, where the Mo and Krill is killing your friend. So you can use your petrifying bola to save your friend.
Don't screw this up.
But it's very hard to pull that off. So just keep that in mind. do not use your ultimate willy-nilly, so it will be very annoying to your friends actually. So Pocket is a shotgun character, so I thought it was going to be very easy like every other shotgun character, but no man, his entire kit is not dealing instant burst damage. Instead, he deals damage over time. So it basically means that you need to have patience to actually deal any damage. So that's the biggest unfortunate part with Pocket, is that his entire playstyle is very unique. But if you like this type of playstyle where you go into your enemy base, you know, you deal your ultimate,
Getting ready to teleport.
so you just basically escape. If you like these type of things, then Vyper and Pocket both are actually great heroes. But again, it's very hard to pull that off. So it will take you a long time to even master both of them. That's the biggest gripe with Pocket and Vyper. But apart from that, they're actually very strong heroes. Except Vyper, I don't think Vyper is actually not that strong, unfortunately. But Pocket is actually still used in higher elos. So he's definitely very powerful. But that's it. These are all the heroes that I wanted to talk about. If I missed anything, then please tell me about it. Subscribe and like if you enjoyed this video. And if you want similar type of videos, I actually talk about casual type of videos basically. So if you're a casual player or you play Deadlock once in a while, I try to make Deadlock videos as easy to understand as possible. So if you like this type of content, then please consider subscribing. And if I missed anything, then please tell me about it in the comments below. But apart from that, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then please consider liking and subscribing. Hopefully, I will see you in my next video. Take care of your health, sleep well, and bye bye.